Questioning the centre's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Madras High Court on Thursday said that the situation continues to be dire, despite a year into another strict lockdown. Why are we acting only in April now, even though we had time for 1 year? Despite having a lockdown for most of the last 1 year, see the situation of absolute despair we are in. Chief Justice Sanjeev Banerjee told Additional Solicitor General of India R. Shankaranarayanan this a day after fresh COVID-19 cases in Tamil Nadu breached the 16,000 mark, the highest since the start of the pandemic. The state logged more than 50,000 cases each on Tuesday, Monday and Sunday. Tamil Nadu had crossed the 10,000 daily mark on 18 April. A division bench comprising Chief Justice Sanjeev Banerjee and Justice Senthil Kumar Ramamurthy asked what the centre has been doing over the past 14 months. The division bench made the remarks while responding to Shankaranarayanan's statement that the COVID surge was unexpected. I have never met a respectable doctor who advised me to drop guard, Chief Justice Banerjee said. Who are the experts central government has been consulting? He further asked, as per the report. The observations came at the end of the hearing in the court's suo motu case on the COVID-19 management in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. All that you are showing that things will be hunky-dory in June. Did they consult experts? All that we see here is that June it will be better. We are all depending on chance without doing anything, Chief Justice Banerjee stated as per bar and bench. The court also took note of issues such as the pricing of COVID-19 vaccines, particularly for those between the ages of 18 and 44, the mad rush for the vaccines and the COVID website crashing. After Shankaranarayanan told the bench he would obtain instructions in the matter, the court said that all these aspects have to be dealt with in a planned manner and not on an ad hoc basis as per the report. There cannot be an ad hocism about that. We do not mean any disrespect. But we had to go in a planned, informed manner after consulting experts, not ad hocism, the Chief Justice Banerjee said. The court then adjourned the hearing, saying it would take up the matter tomorrow. This comes just days after the Madras High Court on Monday lashed out at the Election Commission, calling it singularly responsible for the second wave of COVID-19 in India and remarked that its officers should probably be booked for murder. The Election Commission allowing political parties to take out rallies and meetings had led to the spread of the pandemic, the court remarked. Were you on another planet when the election rallies were held? Chief Justice Banerjee had asked during the hearing. The court further warned it would not hesitate to stop the counting of votes on May 2nd, the day of the counting of votes and declaration of results of assembly elections in West Bengal, 3 other states, Kerala, Assam and Tamil Nadu and the Union Territory of Puducherry, unless the Election Commission put in place a blueprint of a plan to ensure COVID-19 protocols are followed. The Election Commission of India on Tuesday banned all victory processions on 2nd May, both during and after the counting of votes to check the spread of COVID. The Election Commission further directed that only 2 persons can accompany winning candidates to receive certificates of election from returning officers. The fresh Election Commission guidelines go beyond the ones issued by the poll panel for the Bihar Assembly elections last year, which were being used as a template for elections being held during the coronavirus pandemic. The poll panel has to apprise the High Court tomorrow on the steps it has taken to ensure a COVID-safe counting process. Tuesday also witnessed High Courts around the country bring down the hammer on several governments. Delhi High Court came down heavily on the state government in a hearing, saying its confidence in the government is shaken and telling authorities to put their houses in order. Set your house in order, enough is enough. If you cannot manage it, tell us. Then we will ask the central government to send their officers. We will ask them to take over. We cannot let people die like this, the division bench of Justices Vivin Sankhi and Rekha Pali said while hearing a case on shortage of oxygen supply and COVID-19 essentials. The court slamming the government for rampant black marketing of oxygen cylinders and essential drugs in the national capital asked it to submit a report about the deaths which have been taken place in Delhi on account of shortage of oxygen. The court further said it has not made any request for creating COVID-19 facilities for its judges, staff and their families in a 5-star hotel, and an SDM's order saying so was very misleading. In Gujarat, during a hearing on the suo motu proceedings on the surge in COVID-19 cases, the High Court said the affidavit submitted by state paints a rosy picture and is not in touch with the ground reality. We can't sit in ivory towers. The state has to take steps to break the chain, Justice B.D. Karia said. Chief Justice Vikram Nath of the Gujarat High Court said that there should be an assurance from the state government that no patient is unattended. Justice Karia added that it is all right even if patients are treated outside the hospitals. With the limited resources we have, the problem is going to rise. We can't mute spectators to the problem, Chief Justice Nath said. Kolkata High Court on Tuesday directed all authorities to strictly enforce the ban imposed by the Election Commission on rallies and gatherings on 2nd May. The restrictions imposed by the Election Commission of India, as indicated above, shall be strictly enforced by all authorities concerned, and it is so directed by this court, the bench ordered. In Bombay, the High Court, noting that the bodies of COVID-19 patients cannot be kept lying for hours waiting to be cremated, directed the Maharashtra government and the BMC to inform it about the condition of crematoriums across the state and in Mumbai. A division bench of Justice Dipankar Datta and Justice G.S. Kulkarni said in several crematoriums there is a waiting period before bodies are cremated and relatives of the victims are forced to queue outside the crematoriums. The Kerala High Court on Tuesday issued a notice to the central government on 2 pleas challenging its discriminatory COVID-19 vaccination policy. The court clarified that since the matter is under the consideration of the Supreme Court, no orders will be passed by it for the time being. It then posted the pleas to 4th May for further hearing. News Desk, Kaumudy English.